Hello there! I just went to the drugstore yesterday and I got quite a few things that seemed new, and I thought I would just test them out this morning while I'm getting ready for work. I've already done the rest of my makeup, so today I will be trying out a few things from Wet n Wild. They have an eyeshadow palette that I don't think is brand new, but I know it's new-ish, and I got their sort of neutral colored one. They had one that was more like smoky, but this one seemed more usable, so I grabbed this one. I also saw a concealer. This looks a lot like the Maybelline one that I love. I don't think I have, oh, I have a new one next to me. So it looks like the Maybelline version, the Dream Lumi, which I have used like 2 tubes of and I love. But this is from Wet n Wild, so I thought I would try this. I only saw 2 shades when I was there, so I got the one called Posing Nude. It looked light enough for me, but we shall see. I also grabbed a Velvet Matte lip color from Wet n Wild. This definitely seemed new to me, and I just got like a neutral matte rosy pink kind of reddish, what is it called? Hickory Smoked. That didn't help at all. Anyway, we're gonna try out this Velvet Matte lip pencil. And finally, I was pretty excited for this one. I love the Maybelline Color Tattoos, and they just came out with the Color Tattoo crayons. And then to really test this out, I still need to use an eyeshadow primer with the potted versions of these, so I'm going to use eyeshadow primer on one eye and possibly look crazy at work by the end of the day, but it's for science. So, it's not too many products, but I thought it would be more manageable to only do a few at a time, so I'm just going to jump in and start putting these things on my face, which is like half-baked at the moment. So something I'm noticing about this right away is that it's not coming out super evenly. I keep feeling like I'm running out of product, and then I just get like a glob of it, and that's probably because I just opened it and wound it up, but thought it was worth mentioning. I feel like, I'm not sure if the Maybelline one does this too, but here we go. I still have a glob on the other side. I definitely did a bad job starting it up, as was my fear. Oh, also, I didn't even mention this highlighting concealing pen is called Illumi-Naughty. Like, Illumi-Naughty. I thought that was really funny and kind of strange for makeup, but that's okay. I thought it was cute. And we're gonna blend it. Okay, this may be like 1 shade darker than I would normally buy, but it definitely doesn't look weird. It's just a little bit darker. Okay, it's looking a little patchy on me, but I think that was because of the application being like clumpy in some spots. Like right under my lash line it seems to be a little bit darker, and then of course in the spots where I need it, I think I need to add a little more, like a second layer. I never want to like overdo my concealer though. I try really hard to not overdo it, because I'm just going to work, I'm not going anywhere fancy. Okay. Still looking a teeny bit patchy. What do you guys think? Is it looking patchy? I don't know. I mean, it looks mostly okay. I just feel like I have like missing spots here, but I covered them twice. And for some reason, the sponge is like picking up product from there and not in the places where I need it to pick up product. But that's okay, this will do. I'm gonna set this with powder and then come back with the eye stuff. So I remembered that I also did not put on blush and a highlight, and I didn't buy any of those things, so I just forgot. So now that's why I have more color on my face, a little shimmer. I know, don't judge me, I wear highlighter to work, it's fine. I'm going to stick a little eyeshadow primer. This is Urban Decay Primer Potion. I'm going to stick this on my right eye, I guess. So, I need a mirror. Alright, right eye is primed up, left eye's got nothing. This will be much fun at work when everyone's like, did you just rub your left side of your face? or this product will wow me and hold up. This is definitely a really pretty color. It looks like in the pen that it's going to be kind of like a matte color, but it has this really pretty shimmer, just like the one in the pot, so I should have known. This is kind of, once I try and blend it with my finger, it's looking a little bit patchy. But I feel like if I don't set it with my finger, it's just going to move around. Yeah, I think that's like a main difference with these versus the pot ones, is like the ones that come out of the little pot definitely set on your eyes when you put them on. This one feels like it's just gonna like move around. So maybe I should wait a minute and see if it sets. It feels like it might be setting. Let me look close up. Yeah, I feel a lot safer now. Okay, so I guess this just takes a little longer to set than the pot version. Okay, so the brush that comes with this palette actually doesn't suck. So there's like a crease blending side and a little flat side. So you know what? I'm just gonna use this. And let's see. I'm gonna start with a matte shade in the crease. So I'm gonna use like this lightest, whoa, it looks super light on camera. I'm gonna mix this lightest matte shade with this like medium matte shade and use that in the crease. And that'll give us a good impression on the mattes, hopefully. Oh yeah, these are nice. You can see already that it's showing up, which is a good sign to start. I'm gonna take this sort of shimmery taupe-ish color and just stick it right on top of the Maybelline pen thing because it's a pretty color. And they're kind of similar colors, so that will be good. I'm just gonna stick this on the inner part of my eye, right on top of the base I have. Alright, I'm gonna go for a darker color. I'm gonna use this like sort of kind of shimmery brown in the outer corner of my eye. And I'm still gonna use the flat side of the brush. Oh, that was a lot of product. Oh no. I'm gonna tap some of that off. At least we know these eyeshadows are super pigmented. Jeez. Okay, this is a really nice palette. I think this palette is way better than the L'Oreal and Maybelline nudes palettes that are out. Like, I would just get this one, and this one was like $6 or $7. So it's definitely affordable. And that got a little bit too high. This is why I shouldn't talk and do my makeup at the same time. This is kind of not blending super well. That's probably because I used the cream eyeshadow underneath. It's not blending super nicely. I'll have to try this palette again without anything under it but a primer, and we'll see. Okay, so now I'm going to take a highlight shade. I'm just going to take that lightest shimmery shade on the palette, stick that in my inner corner with the blending fluffy side. Cool. And then I'm gonna highlight my eyebrows. Definitely have to use this second shade in this shimmery one for this, because I think that light matte shade is too light for too dark for highlight. At least for me. So, bottom lash line. Let's use a different color and a different brush. I think I'm gonna go for this medium, is that what I'm pointing at? Medium brown here. It's like a shimmery brown. So I'm gonna use that for my bottom lash line. Yeah, these eyeshadows are pretty awesome. Like, one swipe under my eye and I have lines there. Cool. Alright, I am going to do the rest of my eye makeup and come back for the last product, which is the lip product. On to the final product now. I'm so excited. Okay. I love these kinds of like matte lip pencil things, and it has this like really pretty rubberized packaging. It looks a lot like the NARS ones. I have one to compare to. Nope, that's the wrong one. I have mini NARS versions. You see they like definitely were going for similar packaging here. It definitely dragged a teeny bit when I was starting to put it on, but it very quickly got smooth. Something I'm noticing about this is it's really buildable, because like one little swipe doesn't do that much, but if you keep going over the same spot, it gets darker without looking gross. It doesn't look completely like a flat matte right now. It might set and look that way later, but as of right now, it's got a little bit of like a sheen or something to it, but I like the color a lot. It's coming off, I think, a little bit more orangish in this camera. It's definitely pretty true to the packaging in person. It's maybe slightly more reddish than the outside packaging. They had a cooler version of this color, so I'm kind of thinking maybe I should have gotten that. I just usually wear warmer tones, but I thought it was going to be this version. Doesn't quite match, so I don't know. Maybe it will get better. Who knows? I'm going to bring this to work with me and reapply during the day as needed. And then I'll check in with you guys on all these products, I guess, towards the end of the day, probably via iPhone, if that's okay. And I'll let you guys know how all this makeup is doing. So I grabbed a conference room at work so I could check in with you guys. I've had everything on for about 5 hours. And I was gonna wait until the end of the day to check in, but I already have thoughts on all the products, and I'm just gonna hope that people who walk by this room think that I'm like on a conference call and not just talking to myself. Okay, I'll start with the concealer. It's looking kind of gross. Like, it's looking a little gross and like dried out at this point. I'm still going to give it another chance or two, but I'm pretty sure at this moment that the Maybelline one is much better than the Wet n Wild one. As for the eyeshadow, let's start with the base. I still have eyeshadow on both eyes, which is pretty surprising, even after 5 hours. This side is the one without the primer, and it's looking maybe a teeny bit not as bright as the side with the primer, but it's not like creasing, which was my biggest concern. Like, there's not a bunch of eyeshadow bunched up under my eye. So I think the color tattoo stuff is pretty good, at least the lightest shade. But as for the Wet n Wild palette, I mean, it's pretty good, but I feel like the eyeshadows are fading a teeny bit. But again, it's hard to tell because I'm wearing that base underneath. All right, and as for this lip pencil, this thing is pretty impressive. So you can see it's fading a teeny bit, but overall it's looking like pretty good. And that is after I drank coffee, I ate soup, which was dumb, but I ate soup and chips and had to like tap, you know, like soup off my lips here and there. And this lip pencil still looks really good, which is great because I didn't bring it to work to do touch-ups like I said I was going to. So hopefully I can make it through the rest of the day without having to touch up. I really kind of wish I could touch up, but it's not super patchy. My lips aren't like dry and flaky, and the color is still pretty strong. So that's it for my sort of try-on review kind of thing, first impression thing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're looking for me, you can find me at any of the social media handles you'll see on the end screen or down below in the info box. Or as always, you can find me at brokeforbeauty.com. I should stop swaying in my chair because I'm probably making you dizzy. Anyway, comment below, let me know if you've tried these products or if you would like more info on any of them. And check below for a blog post as well. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.